What's going on, everybody? It's Doth Gamer here, bringing you guys another video, another Bengals video. Today, we are going to be going over the highlights and recapping the Week 3 preseason game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Again, I keep saying, this is a gaming channel, not a sports channel, but you know what? I love my Bengals so much that I guess I'm going to make this sort of a Bengals channel, too. I'm going to talk about things occasionally. This ain't going to be an every week thing, but since this is the dress rehearsal preseason game, and I was pretty impressed with this game, I thought I'd give my thoughts and show some highlights in the recap. So anyway, we're going to start off with the first play of the game, which probably should already played by now. I don't know how I'm editing this out. I'm basically just doing the audio right now. Andy Dalton threw a bomb to John Ross. Hello, John Ross. I said that we wanted to see something from you in my preview video, and boy, did you show me something. Two plays, in fact, that showed me something, though. The 57-yard touchdown where you made the Buffalo Bills secondary look foolish multiple times, beating their corners pretty easily, even being held a little bit. It wasn't called. And then putting them on skates. But then you showed us something that some of us are a little afraid of, and we've been seeing in training camp, and you dropped a pretty easily thrown ball to you on third down that could honestly have possibly also have been a touchdown on that slant route. You had your guy beat, all you had to do was contend with the safety, and if I'm going to place my money on someone, winning a foot race, a safety, or John Ross, I'm going to bet on the guy who ran a 4.22. But that's just me. Anyway, recapping the rest of the game and all the other people, Dalton looked fantastic, and I loved it every second of it. It made me feel like I was watching 2015 Andy Dalton. He went 11 for 16, 180 yards with 2 touchdowns, who also threw the second touchdown to A.J. Green, who looked nice as well, 4 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown himself. A nice little red zone touchdown. Anyway, on to Dalton. He looked sharp. His 5 incompletions, I believe 4 of those were drops, and only one of those incompletions was, in my opinion, a pretty bad pass. It was an overthrow of Green. But Dalton looked good. He looked like he was showing a bit of his 2015 self against a very good Buffalo Bills secondary. I'm going to stress this. The Buffalo Bills have a very good secondary. And I'd say a pretty good defense overall. And that brings me on to my next point. I think their defensive line's pretty good. I think our O-line looked great in pass protection. If I remember correctly, Dalton didn't get sacked once. He got pressured a little bit here and there, but that was more towards the end after Cordy Glenn left the game injured. But according to multiple people and sources, that he is fine. He's not going to probably miss any season time. He probably won't play, the next preseason game, which is fine. He's a starter. I don't want him getting injured anymore. But the way he was motioning to fans or someone in the audience, he seemed pretty fine. But anyway, the O-line, like I said, looked great in the past. But they look god-awful in the run game, and that is surprising as hell. Like, really. If you ask me, what was I going to be more concerned about when it came to this O-line? Pass protection or run blocking? I was going to say it was going to be pass protection based on all the sacks we were giving up, even with the upgraded Cordy Glenn and getting rid of Bodine, so addition by subtraction, no matter who we got there, and, we looked great in pass protection, but we were getting no push. The Bills' D-linemen and linebackers were routinely inside the backfield, hitting both Giovanni Bernard and Mixon before they had a chance to even make a move. But Mixon also showed me something today that, again, I was a little bit concerned of. I said he's been a bit inconsistent. He was inconsistent last year, and he was a bit inconsistent in this preseason, and he looked indecisive. He was dancing around the backfield instead of hitting some open holes, because occasionally the O-line gave him some holes to run through, but he would not hit them, apparently. He's just dancing around that backfield. A little bit what we saw from Jeremy Hill before we let him go. A guy that should have been a straight, north and south runner. Jeremy Hill liked to dance a bit around in the backfield. Thankfully, Giovanni Bernard, who you would think would be that type of guy, seems to have no qualms about just running straight over people. For a guy that small, it's just amazing to see sometimes. He's just got incredible burst. But that's about all I can say about the first team offense. They looked great. Had some problems near the end of the half, but overall, it was one hell of a dress rehearsal for the offensive side. And then we're gonna move over for the defense. Damn, this defense looks elite. At least the O-line. I just said the O-line instead of D-line. The D-line looked elite. 5 sacks from the starters. 5. Could have been 6. Loxton had 2.5. Billings had 1.5. Atkins and Dunlap shared a sack. They were routinely pressuring Allen. Now, of course, some of that had to do with Allen himself, and I'll get to that later, because I'm going to talk a little bit about the Bills. Even though I'm not a Bills fan, I'll just give some observations I saw, mainly just to do with Allen and, Peterman. But the D-line was routinely in the backfield. Billings is putting on one hell of a show, proving that he deserved, the number 2 defensive tackle spot, the nose tackle spot, and proving that he might, get some playing time during passing downs. He's getting some nice pressure. But this D did have one weakness today, and it was the run D. I don't understand what's happening there. I'm really hoping this is not going to become a routine thing, because our run D hasn't been fantastic as of late over the years. I'm thinking, though, when we get Burfict back and, we get into the regular season, we're going to be fine. But I was not happy with what I saw when it came to our run defense. But who knows? And there was one other downer I have to say about our defense, and it's just one player. Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick, come on. This guy got beat multiple times, including on a play where Josh Allen underthrew his receiver. I believe he was throwing to Kelvin Benjamin. And Kirkpatrick drops an easy interception. Should have been an INT. No problem. And what does he do? He drops it, and he gets beat. He got beat multiple times, including that play. Who would have thought Josh Allen would have underthrew someone? But anyway, moving on to more Bengals news, I should say, before I move on to all the Bills stuff, or at least the Bills quarterbacks is the only thing I really want to touch on. I was not very impressed with our second unit on the O or D. Offense didn't seem to get anything moving. Matt Barkley should not be our second-string quarterback. It should definitely be Driscoll. Matt Barkley just did not look good in my eyes today. And I was a little bit disappointed with Auden Tate with his drop that led to an INT. This guy's supposed to be the guy, what we saw in the early preseason and in training camp. He's got hands, He needs to come in with those easy catches. Even though it was a quick slant, he should have been expecting a quick throw at any time, and it bounced off his hands into a Bills defensive back, or was it a linebacker? I forget who got the interception. I should have it in front of me, but again, this is raw. This is from a person who's not a sports analyst. I am more a gaming personality, in my opinion, or at least that's what I like to think of myself. I'm just a Bengals fan talking about Bengals stuff, and just overall was not very impressed with the offense or the defense of second and third stringers. We couldn't stop the run even with our second stringers. Sure as hell cannot stop the pass, and that makes that allows me to move on to my next point. The Bills quarterbacks. Josh Allen did not have a good day. Good day today. Even though he was routinely pressured and sacked, some of those sacks were kind of his fault. He held onto the ball a little too long during certain plays. He was making some bad decisions. Kelvin Benjamin dropping an easy catch doesn't help, but he did not look like he was ready to run an offense. And that brings up Nathan Peterman, who got the play after Josh Allen went down after Dunlap attempted to get the 6th sack for the Bengals. Sorry, I'm having a brain freeze here. Allen's head hit the ground after he got rid of the ball, and he went out with a concussion protocol. Nathan Peterman came in, and he looked fantastic. He threw for over 200 yards, and I think Nathan Peterman might have just won the starting job for the Bills. And, he's the only one who looks even remotely ready to actually run an offense, and with McCarron out, I wouldn't be surprised if Nathan Peterman's their starter, just so they can keep Allen from getting injured, because their offensive line is pretty bad. And if I got this really good rookie and I don't want him getting injured or becoming completely terrified to even play behind the offensive line because he has no faith in it, I'll sit him out for the year, play Nathan Peterman. If he gets injured, well, that sucks, but, you know, A.J. McCarron should be fine by then. Put him in as well. And draft and sign some linemen. I'm sorry, Bills, I don't understand why you let Cordy Glenn go, and I don't understand why you picked up Bodine as part of your problem. I'm sorry, us Bengals fans could have told you Bodine's horrible, and you proved it today. And, well, your original center, I forget, who was it? Crap, I can't remember. I think it's Gray or something like that. I forget. Whoever it was, he looked just as bad as Bodine, maybe even worse, which I don't know how that happens. But anyway, that's all I really have to say. I think overall the Bengals look good. They gave a good showing, and next week when they play the Colts, maybe we'll see who will make the cut on the team, which second and third stringers will make the team. Will Auden Tate make it for the wide receivers? I'm pretty sure Clayton Featherjim, I can't say his name at all. He's going to make the team. He's just too important to our special teams. But I might do another video talking about who I think will make the team and who will get cut. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really a sports expert. As you can probably tell if you stuck around this long, I'm just a Bengals fan with basic to maybe a little bit of average, above average football knowledge, you know. I would never call myself an expert or an analyst or a journalist. I don't expect this channel to be about sports analysts, analytics. And apparently I can't speak English, but apparently I almost said the exact same thing twice. Okay, because apparently I'm having a stroke or something. I'm just going to end this video because it's embarrassing enough as it is. I hope to see even more from the Bengals in the next preseason game. I don't know if I'll make a preview and recap of that game. It's just when the time comes on, you know, the day before. If you see a video, that means I decided to, but I highly doubt it. I might do the previews and recaps for the regular season games, though, because those matter. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Do I feel confident enough to actually talk about the Bengals day in, day out? I don't expect this to become like a Bengals channel, like completely. And, yeah. But anyway, I'm Dog the Gamer. If you guys enjoyed my rambling, especially near the end, please leave a like, comment. Tell me what you think of the game. Tell me your honest opinions of the Bengals or the Bills or whoever you're watching because of. I don't know why you'd be watching if you like any other team, but shit, if you did, you know, tell me what you think of the video and what you think of the game and of each team. And if you feel the need to subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so you will get notified when I do post my videos, because YouTube sometimes may not allow you to see the videos. And I know I do this spiel every time, but it is actually kind of important, because if you subscribe to a channel, you want to be able to be notified when they post a video. And apparently you won't be all the time if you just subscribe normally. But anyway, I'm Dog the Gamer. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you guys later.